It was a cold, unassuming Tuesday in Greensboro, North Carolina. The kind of day where, honestly, nothing of consequence is supposed to happen. The leaves were just beginning to turn, painting the suburban streets amber, gold. For the students at the University of North Carolina at Greensboro, it was just another day of classes, of homework, of life. But in one quiet, off-campus apartment, something was terribly wrong. There was a feeling, a strange, unsettling presence that couldn't be explained away. It started as a whisper, a flicker in the corner of an eye, the kind of thing you dismiss as your mind playing tricks on you. But, this was no trick. This was something else entirely. Maddie was the one who first became convinced. She was a practical person, not one for flights of fancy or ghost stories. But the evidence was becoming impossible to ignore. It was the little things that accumulated, building a mountain of dread one pebble at a time. She had a favorite black dress, one she was planning to wear for a presentation. She knew exactly where she had left it, hanging in her closet. But when she went to get it, the dress was gone, vanished. She searched the entire apartment, her roommate helping, their initial annoyance slowly turning to a shared, unspoken fear. One evening, Maddie was studying alone in her room when she felt a draft. She looked up and saw that her closet door, which she always kept shut, was slightly ajar. A sliver of impenetrable darkness peeked out from the opening. A chill, entirely separate from the draft, crawled up her spine. She had the distinct, horrifying sensation of being watched from within that sliver of black. She could only sit there, frozen, her eyes locked on the darkness in her own closet. This didn't feel like a ghost. The moment of horrifying discovery arrived on a Saturday afternoon. When they returned, they noticed it immediately. The closet door in Maddie's room was open again. On the floor, in a neat pile, were the clothes that had gone missing. The black dress. It was a deliberate display, a message. They called the police. An officer arrived and listened, slightly skeptical. He checked the locks, no forced entry. He poked his head into the closet, his flashlight cut through the darkness. He treated it like a routine call. Around 2 a.m., she heard it. A soft, guttural cough from the closet. It was not the wind. It was not the pipes. It was the sound of a person. Her blood ran cold. She texted, "Did you hear that?" The two women huddled in the living room, armed with a kitchen knife. They could hear slow, deliberate rustling from the closet. A floorboard creaked. Someone seemed to be shifting their weight. The monster wasn't under the bed, it was wearing their clothes and living in their closet. The arrival of the police was both a relief and, honestly, a terrifying escalation. Two officers entered, weapons drawn. Maddie pointed, her hand trembling toward her bedroom door.
"He's in the closet."
The officers moved with practiced efficiency. One took position to the left of the bedroom door. One took position to the right of the bedroom door.
"This is the Greensboro Police Department. Come out with your hands up."
The only response was a dead, chilling silence. Then they kicked open the bedroom door. From the living room, Maddie and her roommate heard a scuffle. It was a cacophony of controlled violence, the sound of their nightmare being dragged into the light. And then, they saw him. The police emerged from the bedroom, and between them was a man. He was gaunt, with long, greasy hair and eyes that seemed hollowed out. He was wearing Maddie's clothes. It was a violation so profound, so personal, it took her breath away. The immediate aftermath was a blur of police reports, and the surreal process of reclaiming their home. Andrew Swafford was arrested and charged, but his capture did little to erase the psychological damage. The apartment, once a place of comfort, was now a crime scene, tainted by the memory of his presence. Every corner held a shadow, every closed door a potential threat. They moved out, of course, but the fear followed them. Maddie found herself obsessively checking locks, barricading her bedroom door at night in her new apartment. She avoided closets, the sight of a slightly ajar door sending a jolt of panic through her. But for Maddie and her roommate, it wasn't just a story. It was a trauma they carried with them every day. They became more cautious, more suspicious, forever looking over their shoulders. The experience had carved a line in their lives. The time before the man in the closet, and the time after. It's in the way they check the back seat of their car before getting in. And a closet door that isn't completely shut. The man in the closet was caught, but the horror he created was set free, and it will haunt